I'm on the raw milk committee in my state, and we know that there's a huge difference between raw milk from grass-fed animals and pasteurized milk, particularly if it's from feedlot types of animals. Major difference. A lot of the people who have milk allergies don't have milk allergies, they have basically adulterated milk allergies, and I'm one of them. I don't do well on milk that's been pasteurized and homogenized, but I can drink remarkable amounts of raw milk, and I do. Like I said, I drink a total of about a liter drink a day, of which, you know, at least half of it is raw milk and cream. And I don't gain weight. I feel wonderful in terms of appetite. It satiates to the point where you're not even hungry until middle afternoon. And the only bad thing about it, really the downside, is if you're Italian descent, you like to eat food and you have no appetite because you're completely satiated. So you got to pretend you're hungry sometimes and cook things in the skillet. And butter gets villainized. And yet, you know, look at the things that they've discovered about butter. The Woolsen anti-stiffness factor, that's in butter. That was discovered by a German physician by the name of Dr. Woolsen. Protects against degenerative arthritis, hardening of the arteries, and cataracts. The short and medium chain fatty acids, that's in what? The coconut oil shows up in butter. About 15% of the total butter fat. And it's so easy to absorb. It's absorbed directly by the small intestine without any requirements by bile. Then it's got this incredible substance, the fat in all the grass-fed products, whether it's meat or whether it's milk, as long as it's ruminants, is the conjugated linoleic acid. And the conjugated linoleic acid is potentially maybe the most potent animal source cancer-fighting substance we know, the CLA. The glycosphingolipids. These are the things that protect against gastrointestinal infections. Ever since we've gotten on these vegetable fats, we've lost the protective raw materials for the GI tract that are in these healing fats. And then it's loaded with trace elements. Butter is a very, very good accumulator of healthy trace elements if they're in the soil to begin with, namely chromium and iodine, manganese, selenium, and zinc. And this is the cholesterol marquee. It's necessary to synthesize vitamin D if you're out in the sun, which we need for mineral absorption, insulin production, healthy nerves, synthesis of bile salts. So if you're eating fat, you need cholesterol. Production of all the hormones, including the anti-stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol, and the sex hormones like testosterone, progesterone, and estrogen. The cell membrane elasticity and strength, antioxidant, necessary for brain and nerve development, and serotonin. The availability to the brain is necessary for cholesterol. Serotonin is the feel-good mineral, which now we have epidemic amounts of depression, which are dealt with, what? More drugs. And that has a lot to do with deficiencies in these anti-nutrient toxins. And the deficiencies I emphasize aren't just the trace elements, but the essential fats.